Hello, welcome to day 12 of my 12 days of card making series. This is Courtney with C. Clark Creative. Thanks for coming by. I have a fun layered die cut holiday card, which I'm using these Birch Press Prem layering die set. Now, this specific set is no longer available that I've been able to find, but there are many similar mandala type designs that Birch Press still has. So if you link over to my blog, link is in the description below. I've got a link that will take you to where all those the current mandalas are. Anyway, starting out by cutting all three of them, one from each color. I have Gina K cardstocks here. I'm using Lucky Clover, Red Velvet, and Black Onyx. And then I'm just using some Distress Collage Medium to adhere these layers together. Now the fun thing about these mandalas is that you can layer them straight on, or like I did with the mini circle, is I took that bottom layer that I cut from the black cardstock and offset it just a little bit so I could see a little bit more of the black shining through, but you still get a really cool mandala design coming through. So you can always use these this way, in this way, I guess I should say. So I get those layered up, and then I have a card base cut from the same Red Velvet cardstock, and I'm using a transparency grid here that is available off Simon Says Stamp to help me line up where my sentiment is going to go. Sentiment comes from Catherine Pooler Holiday Mix stamp set. So I hold that mandala where I'm going to place it, and then kind of move the sentiment stamps around until I get them where I want them. And then I can remove that transparency and that die cut and get these stamped exactly where I want them. So I'm using white embossing powder from Ranger and VersaMark ink. And for both my cards, I'm doing the same thing, a little bit different design, but the text on this one goes inside the hole. I could have kept these two sets together, the outer ring and the inner circle together, but I did want to make this into two cards, which is why I separated them out. So again, I'm just heat embossing. This card is in black embossing powder, also from Ranger. I like using Ranger embossing powders. I just have really good results with them, and just perfect embossing powders as far as I'm concerned. So I'm taking some Dylusions paint to create some splatter. This is from my art journaling supplies. I add a little bit of water. This is very quick drying paint. And this technique I'm using is to get my paintbrush wet, and then it's kind of hard to see, but I have my thumb flicking that paint off. Just kind of gives a different look rather than tapping a paintbrush on the top, which will give you a lot more misty type splatter, but I wanted a little more messy splatter just to give some texture to this panel. So the Dylusions white is linen white, and the black is called black marble. So again, the exact same technique to get this paint down, dries quickly so that I'm able to move on to the next step. These cards are very quick to put together. Just the die cutting, that one bit of stamping and embossing, and this paint splatter, and then some additional distress collage to get the mandala and the ring adhered down on these cards, and then we're complete. And this is it for my 12 days of card making. Thank you so much for joining me through this. It's been so much fun getting these cards all put together, and now I have my holiday cards that are ready to be sent out to friends and family. So I've still got some holiday cards coming for the rest of the month. I'm also gonna post a video on making some tags coming up here in a little bit, holiday tags for gifts. So check back and have a good holiday, and thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.